Good morning, YouTube. So it is a chilly morning here on the Central Coast. Yes, it does get cold in Australia. It is winter. That's why I've got my Gymshark hoodie on. It's keeping me nice and cozy, but I've not washed it in about 2 weeks, which is, my girlfriend doesn't like, but it's still cozy. So I'm my own man. I will do what I want to do. But today's video is going to be really exciting. I'm going to do a protein bar review. Now, a lot of speculation between are protein bars good and bad. Does happen quite often, but for me, I don't mind protein bars. They're really convenient. Depending on which one you get, you're going to get a good amount of protein in there. Some are better used as like an energy bar, like a pre-workout snack or a post-workout snack, but these ones particularly, I'm going to be rating them on actual quality of being a protein bar. Some of them you'll find that are classified as protein bars aren't overly great in terms of the protein content. So we're going to be reviewing those. We're going to review a few bars today, the ones that are particularly popular in Australia at the moment. And then I'm going to give you my rating out of 10 on them and tell you what their macros are, the palatability, the texture, because these are important. I kind of feel like Boyle from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, who's a massive foodie. If you've not seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine, make sure you go check it out because it is fucking hilarious. But what we're going to do this morning, we're going to have some breakfast. Now, for breakfast today, on my weekends, a lot of people do love going out and getting, say, like a Macca's breakfast or something like that, like a egg McMuffin, bacon egg McMuffin. I like making my own because I know it's going to be better quality and I can calculate the actual macros in them. So I've started off just with some egg whites, which are cooking away there. Then I'm going to add a couple of other ingredients and I'll show you the end product in a second. After we've had breakfast, I've got to do some emails and some work on the computer. Then I'm going to go jump into a workout, which I'm not going to share. I'm going to share it in another vlog. And then we're going to jump straight into the protein bar review. Here we go, next step. So I like making my breakfast in the pan, so it's just really easy to get onto the muffin that I'm going to use. So egg whites, I've cut them in half and flopped them over, so that's how they're going to sit. And then we put some maple bacon on there, put the lid on for a little bit, and that should be good in a few minutes. So before we get into the protein bar review, which I actually shot yesterday due to time constraints, but just remember that protein bars, as with anything really protein and sugary, like a Halo Top ice cream and your low calorie ice cream, so I did shoot a previous video on, so go check it out just up there. It's a couple of reviews, they're pretty cool. They do contain sugar alcohol. So sugar alcohols, you're looking at things like sorbitol, xylitol, glycerol, anything with ol mostly. Those aren't completely digested or completely absorbed in the gut and the intestines. So if you do have any gut issues, just be really, really careful on which ones that you're using. Try to get ones without sugar alcohols, which are going to be a rarity to find. I think all the ones today that we are going to be reviewing do contain sugar alcohol. So generally with protein bars, I advise don't go over the top with them, okay? Still look to get good quality meals in there, but they are just a good option. Same thing with the protein shake. They're a good option on the go. Just don't get obsessed with them because some of them are pretty fun. Breakfast is done. So this is what it looks like in the pan. We've got some egg whites, some maple bacon there. We plop that on one and then on another. So I've got a little bit of low sugar, low salt barbecue sauce on there. So I always advise going with checking your condiments out because they can have a ton of calories that you don't really want to have in specific condiments. So this is breakfast for the morning. I'm going to grab a black coffee as well, and I'm going to link the macros to the screen here somewhere for each particular bun. And you can again manipulate this any way you want. If you don't have a lot of fats, you can just literally just have the egg whites in there, or you can just have an egg McMuffin or egg and bacon. You can play around with this any way you want to. But I'm going to jump to this, hit a workout. And next up, you're going to see yesterday's protein bar review. What's up, guys, and welcome to our little taste testing. So a question I often get asked is, are proteins good or bad for you? And the truth is, as long as it can fit within your macronutrient profile, protein bars are absolutely fine to have. They are very, very efficient, and some of them are absolutely delicious, which is what we're going to go through today. We're going to go through 8 of the protein bars that are quite popular here in Australia, and we're going to be reviewing them and giving them a rating out of 10 on their quality as an actual protein bar, and I'll show you the macros of all of them on the screen somewhere. The taste, the texture, palatability, and again my overall rating. So first we're going to start with all the Aussie Bodies. So this is a low carb bar that Aussie Bodies do. There's a bigger version of this, but this is the small one. So you're looking at 9.4 grams of protein, 3.2 fat, and 1.3 carbs. So as a protein bar, this is good. I've had this one before. This is a coffee flavor. This is good in terms of taste. It's got a nice texture to it. It's not overpowering. I think it's got a dark chocolate layer on there. So in terms of this particular one, I'm not going to try this one because I've already had it before, and I need to be careful of my macros. This is why I'm not going to eat all of them. I'm only going to try the ones that I've not particularly tasted myself. So this one, in terms of all those things that we sort of spoke about, I'm going to give a solid 7 out of 10. So this is definitely one to try if you are looking for a low carb option. Next, another low carb one. So this is BSC, or Body Sciences high protein, low carb, salted caramel specifically bar. I think that BSC are probably my favorite brand here in Australia in terms of taste. But you're looking at 18 grams of protein, 5.3 grams of fat, and 5 grams of carbs in this whole bar. So it is a decent size bar. It is pretty damn satisfying as well. So in terms of quality as a protein bar, really fucking good. In terms of taste, texture, palatability, all that sort of stuff, this one's going to get a solid 8.5 out of 10. It is absolutely delicious. Next, we've got Bounce, so Bounce protein bar. So this one specifically is the coconut macadamia one. So it's a protein energy ball, what they say here. Now there's a few different flavors. Bounce, for me, my opinion, in terms of flavors are okay. This one's quite good, but the other ones are a bit average. So you're looking at 8.6 grams of protein, 7.2 grams of fat, and 11.7 grams of carbs. So this one particularly is a good, I guess, isocaloric option. So essentially a decent balance between protein, fat, and carbohydrates. And it's going to be pretty good if you are specifically looking to have something on the go that hits a little bit of all those macronutrients. So this one, in terms of, I've had this one 100 times, in terms of taste, texture, things of that nature, it's pretty damn good. It's a little bit hard in the center, not too, like, it's not like a rock or anything like that, but it's harder. It goes from like soft to a little bit hard, but it is decent. So I'm gonna give Bounce about a 5 out of 10. Still decent, but not amazing. Optimum Nutrition's protein cake bites. Now these are absolutely delicious. In terms of macros, you're looking at 20 grams of protein, 8 grams of fat, and 6 grams of carbs. So as a protein bar, great. Taste and texture of this, delicious. This one is going to also get a high rating for me of an 8.5 out of 10. Really, really good. The next three I've not tried, so we're going to go through these. So this is the Quest Bar birthday cake. So in terms of macros, you look at 21 grams of protein, 5 grams of fat, and 5 grams of carbohydrates. I've had other Quest bars and they've been decent, but not overly amazing. So this one, we'll chew it for a little bit. So initially, it's relatively, I had to come out of the fridge probably like 30 minutes ago as well. So, but it's decent. Generally, Quest bars, they do have good nutrients in there, so they do have good ingredients, which is good. It's not like pumped full of sugar or anything like that. Taste-wise, very, very good. Taste again, definitely a 6 out of 10. That's decent. The texture, it's not overly soft, overly hard. It's somewhere sort of in that mid-range. Palatability, it's good. It feels nice. It feels nice in the mouth. Oddest fucking thing ever. But for that Quest bar, I'm going to give that a solid 7 out of 10. That's good. The birthday cake one for me is the best one that I've had. So if you want to try that, check it out. Masashi, this is another really, really popular one here in Australia. This is Deluxe Protein Rocky Road flavor. There's a macros, you're looking at 21 grams of protein, which is very, very good. 8.4 grams of fat and 9.4 grams of carbohydrates. So that's a good solid protein bar. So, I've had a few Masashi protein bars before. They all seem to have the same texture and sort of taste. So like, you can definitely tell it's Rocky Road, but it's not like overly Rocky Roady, like overly like powerful or anything like that. It's pretty average in terms of taste. As a protein bar, good as a protein bar. It's got a high amount of protein, which is good. So definitely good at protein bar. I'll give it a solid 8 out of 10 for a protein bar. In terms of the other ones, not overly great. Taste is average. So Masashi, you're gonna get a solid 6 out of 10 for me. Quest protein cookies. So I've not tried this one before. So this is soft and chewy, apparently. We'll find out. Let me be the fucking judge. It's a double chocolate chip flavored. So it's got, as you can probably see here, it's got 15 grams of protein, 5 grams of carbs, less than 1 gram of sugar, and 10 grams of fiber. Again, Quest bars are usually very, very well made in terms of other protein bars. We've got a good amount of fiber usually in them. What else did we not get on there? 16 grams of fat. So it's a decent amount of calories in this one specifically. So let's try it out. It is soft and chewy. So yeah, looking for the context of actual protein, like the protein source, it's not too bad with the 15 grams of protein. Tastes pretty average. It wouldn't rate very high for my taste palette particularly. I give it a 3 out of 10. Texture's okay. It tastes alright. It's crumbly on the outside, relatively soft and chewy in the middle. So Quest protein cookie, you're gonna get a 4 out of 10. I'm a pretty harsh critic. I'm not gonna mess around here. So overall, those are the protein bars. There's also one that isn't necessarily a protein bar. It's the Cliff Bar. So Cliff Bar, why I'm saying it's not necessarily a protein bar, is more used as as an energy bar. So it's got 9 grams of protein, which isn't overly high. It's got 7 grams of fat, but it's got 42 grams of carbohydrates. So something like this would be great pre-workout or even post-workout as well. So definitely a good option, especially if you do endurance races and triathlons and things like that, or even rock climbing as the guys on the front doing. It would be a really good option. So as a protein bar, I'm not going to give it a rating because it's not really a protein bar, but for an energy bar, very, very good. So I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10 for an energy bar, not a protein bar. So overall, if I was to choose my favorites out of these, it would be the Optimum Nutrition protein bar or protein cake bites and the Body Science salted caramel protein bar for overall taste, texture, and actually being a protein bar. So whatever you're gonna go try out, I'd love to know what you guys have, especially if you are based overseas and not in Australia, or if you are even within Australia. Let me know what your favorite protein bars are. Comment below. Guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video. Hopefully you enjoyed my protein bar review. There are loads more proteins around the world, or protein bars around the world. That's why I want you to comment below and let me know your favorite ones so that I can personally try them. Like, we do often travel back to the UK, that's where I'm from, and I'd love to try out some cool little things around the world whenever I go traveling. So thank you so much for watching. If you've not already, hit that subscribe button, hit like, and have a great day.